Have you been running so hard that you don't really know why you're running anymore and where you're heading to? Because if you do, well, this message is for you. Hello, beautiful people. This is Marcelle. Welcome back to my channel. I am here to talk about a very specific message. This message is actually about rest. I know we're going to have a little bit of an issue to talk about this because I know you guys, and I know you guys like to thrive. I know you guys like to push through things, and I really do know that you guys are the type of person that are going to get it no matter what, and nobody here is talking that you're not. You're all those things. But have you considered the fact that you might need a break? Come on, hard. You've been running so hard. And besides, why are you running for? Where are you heading to? You really need to understand the importance of rest. Not only physical rest, mental rest. Yes, I'm talking to you, the person who doesn't give their brain a break. Here, I'm also I'm also this type of person. So I'm not here judging you. Welcome to the club, honey. That's not the point. The point here is you really need to understand your brain is really demanding on energy and water. So if you're not having enough water, and if you're not having enough rest so you can give your brain the energy break that it needs, you're not going to have the same energy every day to go thrive and conquer and win, baby, the way you want to win. You know, this is really important. And it took me years to get to know that. I used to be the person that I was doing it all. Okay. I had courses and I was trying to get into college again. I was trying med school. So you guys know how much do we have to push our brains and our physical bodies, and sometimes our time with family, our time with friends, and like everybody was going out and doing their stuff and all of that, which is completely fine. But I was in a different moment of life. Everybody was already a grown ass person when I decided to go back to school to try medicine. One day we'll be talking about that. But my point is, I had to work so hard to get committed to it, which is fine. But I got so committed to that I forgot to commit to myself and the needs that I had. I was pushing self care, I was pushing fun, joy, I was pushing life because I had that to do, because I had an exam. And in a certain point, I was like, I'm so tired. And I even found some pleasure into feeling tired because I felt like that I pushed enough for that day. But sometimes I would get to the end of the day and I would sometimes be like 12 hours, 12 hours, 12 hours of my day studying and just pushing through. And what I remember was sometimes I was so tired in the end of the day. And I also have that. I believe that because I was studying, I was not actually making something that was demanding to my brain, because I felt like it's not like I'm up there and working on my feet or something like that. I know it is equally demanding. And nowadays I know that. But I used to be that mean to myself. And one day I looked at me in the mirror and I said, I am dangerously tired. And if I get into med school and this is actually the way that my life is going to be, I am not going to make to the end of it, because either I will not have the force, the strength to go all the way through, because it's a lot of years of commitment, but also I wasn't going to be healthy enough. And I know it's difficult to talk to yourself like this, like, dude, you're putting yourself in danger. Please, I was crying for help. And what I did was just not give me that help until in that same year. and I tried it for 4 years. In that same year, I got into the test, and when it was time to write, the writing was about mental health, and I just laughed at it. At first I just stared at it and nothing came to my mind because I was so damn tired. And the exam, it's like we had 90 more questions to answer, multiple choice of course, but in many different subjects. Besides that, there was this, and I remember staring at it and just laughing at first, and then I just got really mad because I knew I didn't have the repertoire to talk about. Don't get me wrong, I didn't have the repertoire, but the the sarcasm of it all for me was like, I cannot believe that I have to talk about that with my mental health like this. Like, it was so crazy to me that I just couldn't, and I didn't write. I didn't deliver anything on that part, and I that I failed hard because it was my third year, and the year before I had really good grades, but there were not enough places, so I was kept off. But in the next year, that I thought, this is my year, honey, nobody gonna take that away from me. I took that away from me. Okay, I was so tired, so tired. That was clear in the saboteur thing. Like, it was really clear, and now I see it clearly. But back then, I was like, what? It was so much. Like, I sometimes feel like things happen to me in a way that are funny. I just look at it like it's really funny, because if I don't look at it like it's funny, I'm just gonna be really angry or pissed. So you have to take things not so seriously so you can survive. But my point is, rest was left, was what was missing in the moment for me. I was perfect. I was doing it all. I was studying and I was exercising and in therapy, but I didn't rest, and my brain was tired. And it was so tired that when it got to the subject of matter, that was mental health, it got even upset. It took it personally, and it kind of triggered me in a way that I was forced in that moment to look at myself and see that my mental health was in danger, and that my body was going through it because of the lack of rest that I decided to give my body. But my point is, what I was trying to talk about is, sometimes we see ourselves as needing that care, needing that rest, as if that's some sort of a weakness, and that's not actually the truth. The truth is, for high performance people, I know you guys are, but for us high performance people, it's really important to rest. But it's not just for the importance of it, it's strategic for you to rest, because you need to give brain the time to rest, because in that time is the moment where all of your ideas and your memories, they settle in your brain. And with all of that process our brain is going to make, it's going to process all of that information, so we can actually have new ideas out of that. This is how our process of learning works, like that. Our process of remembering, our process of even understanding emotionally the things, they need some time to settle in our brain. It's not because you're weak or something. It's because none of us that carry brains in our body, guys, somebody might really need this message, because it's been like sometimes that I was cut because of this phone storage. The phone is not having this conversation at all. But anyways, I gotta wrap it up. My point is, we need to know how to rest. This is not a weakness to our bodies. This is strategic. This is neuroscience. This is all we need to just keep going in this crazy thing called life with a clear point of view. Okay, I'm not going to take this way further because this is getting very long. So I hope this resonated with you. Let's keep it in the comments. Let's talk about it. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please consider subscribing. I really think we have a lot of things to talk about here in this channel. So thank you guys so much. We see you next time. Bye.